Die allererste Reaction aus der neuen Halle. Let's go, Alter. Venom kennen wir alle. Dieses Ding, ne, was so aus so Liquids besteht. Ich bin gespannt, was er da gebaut hat, weil es klingt schon wieder absolut insane. Let's go.
So in this vat is a bunch of moving black ooze that's probably the closest thing to venom you've ever seen. Now, if I get close enough, it jumps onto my arm, defying gravity and eventually covering me.
What the fuck ist das denn? Das sieht schon wieder viel zu crazy. Wie kommt dieser Typ da drauf? Ich check das nicht.
So in this vat is a bunch of moving black ooze that's probably the closest thing to venom you've ever seen. Now, if I get close enough, it jumps onto my arm, defying gravity and eventually covering me from head to toe, just like in the movie Venom. So
das ist so ein Ding. Klar, diese Effekte sind in dem Film zu sehen, aber dass man überhaupt auf die Idee kommt, sowas in echt zu bauen, ist einfach insane.
What is this stuff and how is it happening? It's called ferrofluid.
Ich weiß es nicht, wie das passiert. Es sieht ein bisschen aus, kennt ihr diese magnetische Flüssigkeit? Vielleicht ist es damit gemacht.
Fluid, and it's got some amazing properties that make it perfect for creating a real life.
Das ist sogar diese magnetische Flüssigkeit, lol.
Liquid venom suit. So the reason ferrofluid can move like this is because it's magnetic. So as soon as we put a magnet nearby, it immediately springs to life and creates these awesome shapes that actually show the magnet's field in 3D. Super cool stuff. It was actually originally invented by NASA as a way to inject fuel in zero-G. Their solution? Make the fuel magnetic. So they made ferrofluid, which is basically tiny iron nanoparticles that are magnetic, suspended in an oily fluid. It's a little too convenient though. It's NASA from space, brought back this venom also from space. Depending on the magnetic field strength and orientation, you can make some awesome shapes. It's also got this ink jet black shiny look to it, which makes it even cooler. There's also different
was es halt auch echt so Venom-mäßig aussehen lässt.
colored ferrofluids, like this red stuff right here.
That is a red one.
Carnage einfach.
So it might
Ich habe den Film, by the way, nicht gesehen, Let It Be Carnage. Ich habe nur gehört, der soll nicht so gut sein.
even be possible to make a Carnage suit as well. Now, if we get the magnet a bit too close, it'll actually jump onto the magnet, completely engulfing it, just like Venom does to his human host.
What? Das sah ja übel krass aus.
So the plan
Das sah mega fake aus, oder?
is to take this to the extreme and hopefully make the closest thing to a full Venom suit in real life. And I'll be honest, I didn't want to make this video. I still don't want to make this video. This stuff is a nightmare to work with.
Fuck.
It gets everywhere.
What'd you do?
Drop it.
What did you do?
Oh no! Oh, der fade.
What are those?
Der
What,
fade.
best case scenario, end up covered in black slimy goo. It's just not gonna be fun. But in my last video, I made the mistake of showing a clip of this stuff. And now all the comments are challenging me to make a full Venom suit. While I hate to admit it, it does look really cool. So if there ever was a time to do
sehr
it,
cool.
it'd be
Wirklich
now.
sehr, sehr cool, muss man sagen.
All right, but in return, you guys gotta leave me a comment for what I'm making next. Let's just start simple. Who knows, maybe it'll be easier than we think. First, we're gonna need a bunch of paper towels. Now, I'm basically gonna mummify myself. Wrap me up, don't be shy.
Don't look at me. Er ist auch
In a
ripped,
bucket
wa?
of ferrofluid.
Also, ich bin nicht so ripped.
And let capillary action do the rest. Same way that trees can pump water hundreds of feet in the air without moving at all. Probably smarter than a tree.
I'll hold it with my tongue. Ants are biting me.
Get them. Yep. Ow, ow. I mean, if trees can do it, why can't we? All right, you ready for this? Oh, it sucks.
Ey, ist es gesund für die Haut? I doubt it.
One job. Oh, it'll get there.
Dauert auch ein bisschen lang.
I was really hoping it would just whoop, and we'd be done with this. Come on.
Could do one last method that I have been thinking about.
You're not.
Nein, nein, schütt das nicht über ihn
Dump it
jetzt.
on me.
Come on.
Oh, Venom, what if we just did this? Oh.
Venom.
I just have to blur it. Yeah, it doesn't work. This would just take way too long to completely cover me. We don't have time for that. We got people to eat. Also, it really doesn't look as cool as I hoped. We gotta fix that. So, my next plan is to use magnets.
Aber ich glaube nicht, dass wirklich geglaubt hat, dass das funktioniert, oder?
This neodymium magnet right here. For this demo, I'm pretty much just gonna hold on to it. And once we get close enough, the ferrofluid will spring up onto my hand. And if that works, eventually we'll make it cover my whole body. 3, 2,
Wie gesund ist das? Ich frage mich wirklich, wie gesund das für die Haut ist.
1. Oh!
Wow! Wow!
Dude, look at that.
Das sieht krass aus.
and it'll flow down my arm.
Wow, that's freaking weird.
This is so weird.
Ooh, that's weird through your fingers.
Look at the spikes on the back of my hand. But this brings up another reason why ferrofluid is too much like venom. It's actually going to be a big problem for this video.
Not coming off.
Oh, fuck.
I'm freaking out.
It is super hard to wash off. It will get all over you and everything you touch.
Not working. It won't come off. Dude, I don't know what to do.
I have one idea.
Scheiße, Alter. Imagine, das geht einfach nicht mehr ab.
What's that?
This will help, bro.
Einfach mit Magneten und das dann wegziehen lassen.
Seriously.
Another way.
Think about it. It's working. It's working.
Am I clean yet?
Yeah. All right. Let me do one where I'm recording and then.
Yeah, it's recording.
So what do we learn? This stuff is f***ing messy. Talking soccer star, Loch Ness monster messy. Oh my god, dude.
Aggressive today, man.
All right, yo, toss me a cut shirt. How's it look? Oh my god.
Get off.
Ah, das sind neue Klamotten, du hast.
Beautiful.
I sent a couple of these things over. I've been wearing them every day. You've probably seen them in my last like 5 videos. Check them out below because these things are clean. My shoes though, once again, completely ruined. I'm not sure anyone's gonna want these, but it did give me an idea for this video's giveaway. Woo! Slightly shat shoes. Now we're actually giving away these much. I think it's pretty cool. You know, no one should do this. I have a camera though, so that means I'm qualified. So to cover myself completely, we're gonna need a lot of it. I did some rough calculations, and to cover a person with a surface area of about 2 square meters, call it about like 3 mils of ferrofluid as a coating, we would need about 6 liters of ferrofluid
Boah, das ist einiges.
at least, which for ferrofluid is what's known as a shit ton. Just for context,
Das ist a shit ton.
this tiny bottle of ferrofluid, it's about 60 mils. It's about 25 bucks.
Okay, es ist doch teurer als ich dachte gerade. Meine Recherche war scheinbar nicht so akkurat.
We need literally 100 times more. Maybe we can make our own. Can't be that hard, right? It's basically just iron and oil. Actually, coincidentally, the other day I was hanging out with a few other science YouTubers. You might recognize them from their highly educational videos. And they introduced me to Nile Red, who is probably the best person to talk to when it comes to making homemade ferrofluid.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not too much, and you?
I've been messing around with ferrofluid. Got a lot of it on my hands and spent the last hour trying to get it off. Kind of a shit show.
It's one of the messiest. Like your hands, your clothes, all your bench top.
I already hate myself for agreeing to do this. How hard is it to make it?
I don't remember exactly how much it costs, but it's like if you could make it yourself, it's really cheap. Order of a few dollars a liter. How much do you pay? Like $500 or something?
Yeah, like why are they charging this much?
People don't talk about the way that they've done it, because if you find out, then you can make it like them.
Interesting.
As it turns out, there's kind of a monopoly on ferrofluid.
Oh.
Apparently it's super top secret. I bet there's like a whole underground market for bootleg ferrofluid because it's actually used in a ton of different stuff, from electronics like hard drives to rotating shaft motors, MRI machines, super useful stuff. And it all comes from one company.
Echt? Echt? Und die machen einfach den Preis hoch. Ui. Ui, Monopoly. Da spielt jemand richtig Monopoly.
Well, if you couldn't figure out, we're pretty so. After pacing around for a while and contemplating my life choices,
Achso, jetzt check ich das. Dieser Experte konnte nicht rausfinden, wie es gemacht wurde. Ja, shit, Alter, das wird ein teures Video, wa?
eventually worked up the courage to buy the fluid. Whew, okay, we probably should have figured out how we're actually gonna put this stuff on me before sinking like 2 grand into venom soup.
$2000 einfach, Gönnung.
So how do we turn myself into a magnet
Wie stark sein Dach ist.
to attract this ferrofluid? I wonder if you can magnetize skin. Oh my God, that is perfect.
I get a vaccine.
Which vaccine?
Are these the magnetic ones?
Magnetic? What do you mean?
Yeah, are they magnetic at all?
My question
What do you
is
have?
like a joke you're saying because there's no such thing as magnetic vaccines and
I read some articles.
Oh Gott. Oh nee.
I'm trying to like get magnetic.
nothing here.
Nothing?
Try it at another pharmacy.
All right.
Unangenehm. Unangenehm.
Hi,
Oh nee.
Use electromagnets. Flip a switch, get magnetized, get near the ferrofluid, and it jumps onto us. So if we take a nail and wrap a coil of wire around it, and when we put voltage through it, we can actually generate a magnetic field. The trick though is
So easy.
we need the magnetic fields to be equal all over me. But with electromagnets, the field's not the same across a magnet. The field is like a ring. So each electromagnet would need to be
Das sieht so cool aus. Ich möchte gern so ein Pool haben. davon.
Super tiny to make the magnetic fields as even as possible for the fluid to evenly coat. We would need literally tens of thousands of tiny electromagnets to make the full suit. That's also tens of thousands of wires we need to connect and supply with power. But you know how when you attach a magnet to something, that new thing also becomes magnetic? Maybe we could actually use that and make some sort of like mesh type suit. Ah, here it is. Right.
Have that.
I don't want any questions. This way we'd only need one, albeit very large magnet, to make this entire thing magnetic. This was such a cool idea. Almost. See, I forgot that the strength of the magnet also depends on the amount of material it's stuck to. This super thin mesh has hardly any material, so the magnets don't work that well on it. Now, the other option, just cover myself in regular magnets. First, we gotta find the right magnets. They need to be small enough to make a suit out of, flexible enough so I can move around, but also strong enough so they can pull the fluid over me. So I tested a bunch of different sizes and shapes. The magnet that did the best.
Ich habe so viel Respekt vor dem, dass der so ein Durchhaltevermögen hat, das auch wirklich dann umzusetzen, ne?
Was the 5mm ball magnets. Its spherical shape allows it to bend in any way we want, which is great, and the shape also helps the fluid pull along it evenly, unlike some of
Bin es nur ich oder ist es einfach wirklich satisfying?
the flatter magnets. They're also big enough to still have quite a bit of magnetic pull, but not so big that the suit would be too bulky, I think. So I started out with a small scale test to see if this would even be possible. Just wrapped a few ball magnets in a tube and painted them tan so it looked like skin. When I touched the end of the ferrofluid, it shoots up the tube, completely covering it. It's exactly like the effect in Venom. Kind of mesmerizing to watch, honestly. So I put some more magnets on my arm and then gave it a try.
Whoa!
That feels so sick.
And it does look
sick.
Really cool, honestly. I can't imagine how my entire body would look if I'm covered up.
Eine Pool mit dem Zeug, 6.000 Liter, würde eine Viertelmillion kosten. Ja Leute, komm, wir legen alle zusammen, easy.
But we need way more magnets, like too many more than anyone should have. And it's just my luck that the 5mm ball magnets that work the best for the suit are the hardest type of magnet to get. You wanna know why? Buckyballs. If you remember those magnet toys from 2009, basically spherical magnets just like these were branded and sold to kids. A few of the outside-the-box thinkers decided to eat the magnets. As it turns out, if you eat 2 of them, they'll go full Randy Orton and pin your organs together. So if you eat one...
Au! Oh, nicht essen sowas, bitte.
Fine. Just don't eat 2. Or if you do eat 2, eat a third to balance it out. The point is, it's gonna be really hard to use them for the Venom suit. We just hit the vaccine place one more time. No, all right, no. We've come way too far. I did some rough calculations. Again, if the surface area of a person's about 2 square meters, each magnet being about 5mm, then we're gonna need over 100,000 magnets to cover me. Yeah.
Das sind so Zahlen, da gibt man halt gibt man einmal kurz seinen Geist auf. Ich weiß noch, wie wir damals bei Next Level ausgerechnet haben, wie viele von diesen bunten Bällen wir brauchen. Turns out, es waren halt 70.000, da war ich dann auch so, Bro, fuck, how?
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot of magnets. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's too many. So I think I finally found a magnet guy. Still a little confused on the legality, which is not great, but back when all of this was first happening, it was like super banned. Some of that's been overturned now. Bit of a gray area, but I think as long as you don't resell them, should be good. Another 2,000 on the line here. All right, there we go. So many cool things I could have bought. Hand-forged snake katana. I could have gotten fucking 10 of them. Why am I doing this? Why? 2 weeks later. Finally here. Oh, this is too many, dude. We'll just lift all of them.
Voll schwer wahrscheinlich auch, oder?
At once.
Oh my god.
No, see, then we'll just... All right, the last one. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. I have to put all of this on me. Oh, we're so screwed.
Alter, das ist auch so ein Workout-Suit. Das ist so ein bisschen wie bei Son Goku seine Trainingsklamotten. Die wiegen halt einfach viel.
Oh. Damn it. We'll do a nice stacking montage or something. That'll be fun. Now we have to pick them all out. Oh, they're all wrapped in plastic too.
Oh. Child labor.
Das sind die Parts, die euch niemand erzählt, die man bei so einem Video immer machen muss. Alter, yo.
Do we know anyone on our block who would do this?
We're not allowed to do that anymore. I like that tower.
Innovation. Okay, I think we had a
Your tower fell.
Now, when you have 100,000 magnets, it would just be irresponsible not to do some super satisfying magnet stuff.
Oh, ey, das ist auch so ein Ding. Ich habe mir so oft so satisfying Magnet-Montages angeguckt. Kennt ihr die? Oh, die ist geil.
Oh God, yeah. That was
Und jetzt
satisfying.
bitte.
Alright, so I know I was sort of ripping on kids for
Schieb
swallowing
den Pfeil doch noch zusammen, das war voll unsatisfying jetzt!
these by accident, but I've had these for about 2 hours now. And I've already come extremely close to ingesting them myself. I get it, okay? Now you might be thinking, Jake, this magnet idea, it's really simple. Just put on some magnets and touch the fluid. Yeah, I thought so too. But no, you gotta think of the weights of the magnet, how to actually attach
Das war sein Logo, jetzt habe ich's gecheckt.
them to me. Like, there's 100,000 of these guys. Also, we gotta make it look cool. So I first started playing around with different patterns to make it look more interesting. I used a bit of rubber to make an elevated pattern. Now when we put it near the fluid, it covers everything except that pattern. We can also like layer the magnets vertically too. So we just use some more magnets to create like some venom tendrils. So we can get some pretty cool patterns when we combine like the rubber and then the extra magnets. So we started by making sheets of magnets, wrapping them around me and then coating them in latex rubber. This should help hold everything together, because while the magnets are strong, they're not strong enough to hold the 100+ pounds of magnets combined. This latex should also force the fluid over the top of the magnets where we can see it and not through the middle as you can see happening right here. So I made 4 leg pieces, 4 arm pieces, and a torso. Then added the cool texture
So viel
and let them dry. Now, to get the best contrast, I made the leg pieces light blue, the shirt light red, and we'll film it on a white backdrop. That way the black ferro fluid should contrast really well. I also really wanted to do the expandable head, but I'm not sure how much fluid I can like
Yo, aber wie willst du die Zähne machen?
safely put on my head. But I think if I just put a few magnets attached directly to
Ja,
my
Jet ist übelst Workout.
face and hands, it'll look cool, sort of like it's about to cover me. Now, I haven't done much with makeup, so it'll be a learning experience. What, we went from an engineering channel to a magnet channel, so I guess
We're a beauty channel now. Just mixed up some paint, matched it to my skin tone. 2 purple, and it was 2 white, and then we got to the right shade. I haven't even watched anything on how to do this yet, dude. I think you just start dabbing on a little latex, stick it on. Why don't we
Vor so krassen Special Effects Make-up Artists habe ich so viel Respekt, auch so Carina, ne? Was die machen kann mit Farbe ist gestört.
have like makeup teams? No!
Hat der schon Marvel-Sponsoring gehabt? Ey, wenn es einer verdient hätte, dann der.
Could have gone way worse.
So with the face done, I started putting on the rest of the suit. So you might be asking, what's the plan to get the ferro fluid off when it's on? And to that, I'd say I have no idea. You know, the more I think about it though, the more perfect that actually is. Venom's a parasite. He doesn't come off easily either. So it's gonna be exactly like Venom, but like, it'd still be cool if we could get it off. So in the movies, Venom has a weakness to a certain sound frequency. And it just so happens that speakers work by pulsing electricity through a coil to move a magnet.
Nein, das funktioniert dann am Ende nicht, oder? Ja, der geht immer noch so diesen Extra-Schritt immer, das ist so geil.
Which we all know has a
Yeah.
magnetic field, so the ferro fluid should react. Maybe we can blast the ferro fluid off like in the movies.
Der Bass.
It's actually crazy to see how the different frequencies affect and resonate with the ferro fluid. In the movies, Venom really reacts to high-pitched sounds. But I've found for what I'm using, low sounds of about 24 hertz hits the resonating frequency and makes it freak out. It's actually pretty crazy that it works this way.
Es sieht aus wie so ein Organismus.
But still probably won't be enough force to
Yo.
blast the liquid off of us. So let's try Venom's other weakness, fire.
Erstmal anzünden, gar kein Bock.
And wouldn't you know, it actually burns just like Venom does in the movies, because the carrier fluid's made of oil. It's honestly scary how similar this stuff is. I think there's a whole conspiracy between Ferrotech, NASA, there's something they're not telling us, all right? Like you can see the fire completely destroys the ferro fluid, just leaving the tiny metal particles as remnants. Now, something they didn't try in the movie was going to the other extreme and freezing it. So let's do that with some liquid nitrogen.
Das Zeug sieht so geil aus, ne?
As it turns out, the ferro fluid actually solidifies and you can pull the pieces from the magnet, which is great news for us. You know, maybe we can even salvage some of this fluid for later. But like personally, I'm not super down to
Es sieht so lebendig aus irgendwie, oder? Wisst ihr, was ich meine?
get like burned or cryogenically frozen myself. The real solution we found is actually bleach. Look how it completely breaks down and dissolves the fluid. It's kind of mesmerizing. problem is, any method of getting the fluid off will destroy it. So that means we only have one shot to get this right. To make matters worse, the suit is very heavy and hard to put on. Parts of it weren't working the way we planned. So we cut our losses, took it off to fix it, and try again later. Now, unfortunately for me, it attaches by sticking adhesives to my body. So taking it off is, shall I say, less than fun. Look at that.
Ey, der Typ gibt alles für seine Projekte, Ehre.
Dude, that's glued to my leg. Oh, I'm so glad we have to do this again.
What's up, JLaserVideoers?
Ow! Oh God!
I'm here with JLaserVideo, and he's going through it.
But much like my missing body hair, we'll be back. It wasn't a total loss though, because we were able to try the face part, which looked super cool.
So we just need one more thing, and that's the beat from Venom, because we don't have the copyrights for it, so we're gonna have to remake it. I think I have just the guy in mind.
Loosely is like what you sent me is like the reference.
Yeah, they haven't even seen this part yet in the video.
Added some robot sounds.
Oh, the building. Oh!
Extra Mucke noch machen. Geil.
Damn.
Yeah, right? And then I had like, since it's J Laser, right?
Yep.
So I added some like laser sounds.
Oh, you put lasers in there? I think
Sick.
that's better than the original, dude. It just took him like 20 minutes. Nick Smith music. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Oh, there's one. More fluid.
Ich bin gespannt, wie es jetzt aussieht am Ende, oder?
It's gonna be so messy, dude. I'm really worried. We have one shot at this, and that is it. Ready? Yep. 3, 2, 1.
1 Million Kameras. Wow! Sick! Aber es hat, wenn das 8-fache Speed ist, es hat trotzdem noch ein bisschen was gedauert, ne? Ja, es ist schon relativ schnell, aber auch nicht so super schnell. Aber sick ohne Ende.
It's like the scene where he's like fighting him.
That was sick.
Oh, was it worth it?
This is a hilarious.
Oh, das abzumachen.
In agony, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, it's sick, right?
You look so tan. You look like you're ready for a
Starkes fucking Video, Alter. Starkes fucking Video.
bodybuilder tournament. Kind of.
Now I'm still covered and wet.
I just want to keep you out here.
Anything else?
Sickes Video, Mann. Kann man nicht anders sagen. Ey, mad Respect. Da können einmal die Claps in den Chat, oder? Jetzt ist einfach Metal Man.